Hey folks, welcome to K6 Outdoors. I am your host, Kyle. Not going to spend a lot of time talking here, but it's springtime. We need to get some maintenance done here on the zero turn, so we're going to hop right into it. I got this kit here for my Kohler engine on this Hustler Raptor SD. I got this kit from a local store. It comes with everything you need to do your general maintenance on it. Inside the box here, you have a pre-cleaner for your filter, some new synthetic engine oil filter, a fuel filter, and then these things that make spark that mixes with the air and gasoline and goes boom. So we've got the whole thing here. So we're going to go ahead, start going through this, and hope you guys will stick around and check it out. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and pop off the back here and pull out the air filter. Pretty filthy. Generally, I replace these once a year, maybe once every other year, depending upon what's going on. I've seen people argue you can blow these out, but I'm not going to risk putting a hole in this pleat on this filter and then sucking dirt right down the yap into the engine. And by doing that, wearing out the piston walls, all that fun jazz here. New one here comes with this pre-filter. The one that came originally with the motor didn't have that, so this is a nice little added layer of protection. Keep some of that finer debris out of the engine. Again, this is the Pro Series with the premium air filtration. So, by nature already, it's better than what the other ones would be. But again, just added level of, security there for keeping small dust particles out. Also will make the actual filter itself last longer. So maybe I don't gotta, replace it so often. Anyway, get that back in there. We're gonna slide it down into place. All hunky-dory. Throw it on there. They do talk about in the instructions using a little bit of clean oil to pre-oil that, but I'm not gonna worry about that for now. Just pretend like it's gonna be an additional, filtration device. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the spark making devices. Turns electricity into flames, and install these. Something I always like to make sure of is with a set of feeler gauges or a spark plug gapping tool, make sure the gap is set correctly. This one should be at 30 thousandths of an inch. So I'm gonna grab my 30 thousandths feeler gauge and we're just gonna double check to make sure, because what you don't want is it gapped incorrectly. That's gonna cause all sorts of problems. Looks like they are gapped correctly at 30 thousandths of an inch. So that's good there. I will put links to this stuff below. Equivalent things. I bought this on Amazon a while ago. I'll put a link to maybe this kit as well. Again, remember, these links down below are affiliate links. I do get a little bit of commission off the sales. It's a great way to support the channel, and it really has no additional cost to you guys. They're paying that out to us as an expense of them doing business on Amazon. It's like something like a 3 or 4% commission. It's not much, but again, every little bit helps when creating this content. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these old ones out. Down here is the spark plug boot. Let's go ahead and yank on that a little bit, pull it out. And we need to get a socket to back those out. Pull out the old Dewalt tools. I'll put a link to these below too. These are super handy. I think they're high quality. I think they're pretty high quality set of sockets for the money. And they're handy to carry around. These spark plugs probably have 150 hours on them, so we'll see how they look. Again, it's not a bad thing just to change them out like this. Well, those are on some NGKs, so these must have been. Oh, that's right. These were put in by the guys that did the maintenance on it. Not horrible, but we're gonna go ahead and change them out since we got a new set anyways. Now the ones that come in the kit are Kohler branded. I'm pretty sure they're made by Champion. They're something about $4 or $5 a piece, so it's about the same price as the ones that came out of there. And we got our snug. We'll go click. That's my torque meter. All right, that's back on. We'll repeat that on the other side. Now, since we're right here, we're gonna go ahead and change the fuel filter out. It's been 75 hours since it's been replaced, so it's probably time for a new one anyway. Like you can see down there, I know that because, well, you can see the marking on it. So write your dates and or both hours on this so you know when to replace it. Unless you got the memory of an elephant, which I don't. Keep records. That's what I'm trying to say. Got the date and the hours on there so we know exactly when it was replaced. Make sure when you're putting this on, the arrow is pointing towards the engine, fuel flow direction that way. Use a pair of needle nose pliers here. We're going to pop this hose up out of its carrier for this operation. See if we can drain as much fuel back as possible. All right, got that out. Let's do the same thing on the other end. Slip it out of there. All right. This back into there. Goes on a lot easier when it comes off. That's for sure. That is in, not too bad. Use a screwdriver to pop those hoses off and move on. Moving on next to the oil and the oil filter. That's the last stuff we got to do. And then we're going to be done with the maintenance on the mower here. Just like we talked about the fuel filter, do the same thing on the back of the oil filter here. Just write the date and hours on it. That simple. You don't have to worry about it then. You can just look down in there and see what's going on. Because if you're like me, you'll lose the maintenance book where you write everything down. Maybe you're not like me, but anyway. Also using the Kohler synthetic oil for the oil change here with the extra zinc additive for longer durability. Apparently it's blooded here in the US too. Hey, that's nice. Running 10W30. Again, that's just generally good here for the conditions in Iowa. Not a one size fits all for everybody, but that's what we run. Okay, now this is the fun part. It's getting the oil drained. Nope, it's really not, but we're gonna get it there. So since I can't fit my oil pan down there and I'm too lazy to take the deck off, I've got this old Tupperware container we just shove right down in there and it works perfect. There we go. Slip it under that little fella right there. It drains. Don't have to worry about the full oil pan getting in the way because it won't slide under the back. It's too tall. So that's what we're going to use. Now down right here, there's a little valve you got to turn, and the oil will come out of that hose down into that little oil pan doohickey. Now this next step gets a little messy taking the filter off. So what I generally do is stuff several shop rags down in here below the filter so it soaks up the oil, doesn't get everywhere, and well, it just saves me a headache in the future. So I'll put a couple of shop towels down there. Now this filter extension is probably not the best one for the job. However, it does work. I mean, ideally, if you don't tighten any more than you should be fine, right? Probably way too tight on there. They're not going to get it off. Oh, look at that. Almost could have broke that free by hand. That's how they're supposed to be installed. Put a little oil in the gasket here. Some people say you should fill it full of oil. I put a little bit in there because, well, you see how it's located. It's a big flipping mess. So I will put a little bit in there, but I will not fill it completely full. Now, people are like, it's going to ruin the engine. Yeah, Probably not best that it runs without, fluids there for a second or two, but maybe, just maybe, they should design it a little bit better. I mean, again, I'm filling it about half full. I don't want to dump the, half a quart of brand new oil right here. It ruins the purpose. Right here, we're going to rotate it. There's a quarter return. Bring that labeling around. Right there. 3/4 of a turn. Should be good. Get this old rag out of here with all the oil on it. We'll toss that as well. So it appears that the oil's done draining, so we're going to go ahead and turn this back. Again, to tighten it, it's away from the oil filter. I'm going to go ahead and use the world's largest funnel here. It should take about 2 quarts to fill this up. We'll put 1 3/4 quarts in, and then we will double check it. Put some liquid gold back in here because that's what it looks like, and that's about how much it cost. Every last drop. Make sure you shake your oil. No, don't do that. It's already well mixed. Someone just took me serious there. I know they did. Let that settle for a second. We'll give her a try, see where we're at. Go ahead and put the rest of that in here. Alrighty, we'll take that out of there. Drop the old dipstick back in. We'll fire it back up for a second. Shut it off and then check the levels. Let's go ahead and fire it up for a second. Idler down. Pops right off. New spark plugs, hell. Brand new spark. Right at the full mark. Perfect. All right, let's go take her for a quick spin, see how she works with a little bit of load on her. She's a little cool out. We're gonna put the jacket back on. We'll pull that oil pan out of there. Oil container. It's not really a pan, but hey, that's fine. Pull that bad boy out of there. Ooh boy. Oil was dark. That was ready for, that needed an oil change this spring. Hadn't been that many hours either. Man. Fire it up. We'll try it out. Starts right up. A little wet out here. It's been raining. That's all right. Well, guys and gals, that's going to wrap it for today. Just wanted to test it out, make sure she runs all right. You know, we didn't sharpen the blades and the grass is wet, but you know, that's fine. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. It took me about an hour to get this all completed. You know, check out in the description below for some of the tools and the filters, the kit, the maintenance thing that we all use today. Check out the description below for that stuff. And, you know, if you use that, just remember it's an affiliate link. I get a little bit of commission off of that, but that's no expense to you guys. So thanks again for stopping in. Get out there, get this stuff done. The grass is green here. I mean, it's almost fluorescent green. It's so dark and beautiful. Fluorescent, that's the wrong color. I need to go inside and get myself a cold pop. But thanks for stopping in today. My name's Kyle. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along with more content like this. And, you know, I'd appreciate it. Growing the channel here and, you know, trying to help more people out, or at least help the best that I can. Catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, my name's Kyle, and I'm signing out. Finally, one more thing off the list. The list just keeps getting longer. Gotta stop buying things.